Remember when you bought a container of motor oil like this and it was actually 5 quarts instead of 4? I do. Yeah, that's a cheap trick that they're doing nowadays. The 5 quart container is now 4 quarts, which is crazy. But I remember when it wasn't. I'm gonna check, since this is O'Reilly's, and see if theirs are still 5 quarts. I know they used to be. They all used to be. But gotta do oil change on this truck today. It's good and hot because it's been on a long drive. And it's the first time I've looked under the hood of this vehicle. It has 410 amp alternator. It has 2 batteries, or AGMs. Yeah, it's a lot of crap in the way. I hate to have to work on this thing. But what I do like is that the oil cap is in a place to where I can use my normal adapters for my the tools that I like to do the oil change with. But yeah, this is this 6.7 liter high output diesel engine that comes in this 2026 Ford F-250 King Ranch. And I'm gonna be changing the oils on it today. So got a filter. This isn't the best filter, but it was the best one I can get from O'Reilly's Auto Parts. And then I picked up some oil. This oil can be used in these trucks. It's in the owner's manual. It's literally listed in the owner's manual. I know people say you can't use it. If it's above 20 degrees Fahrenheit, you can use it. And it rarely dips under 20 around here. And then I'll go to the 5 when it gets colder, because this is just a first oil change. I normally do it twice on a new truck. So I know the oil won't be in here long anyway. And Shell Rotella's been out for a long time. Mostly using diesel. Now on the cap, it does say 540. And you can use that. It also says 1030. Of course, they're talking about the diesel oil. And you can use that. But when you look in the manual, under severe duty 20 degrees Fahrenheit or over, it says that you can use 1540. It's on the chart. So that's what I'm using. You don't like that, you use whatever you want in your truck. It's my truck, and this is what I'm using. So, but it is in the manual. I looked. All right, so I got my oil pan cleaned out. Looks brand new. I clean it out, and then I do engine degreaser on them to get it nice and clean, because I want to see what's in the oil. I've yet to have a new truck, and this is my 4th new truck within 3 years. I've yet to have a new truck that I didn't do a oil change on what I consider the break-in period, 500,000 miles. I've always gotten middle shavings every time. After the second oil change, I don't see the middle shavings anymore. So it's in there. I'm not gonna let it float around in there for 5,000, 7,500, and I'm definitely not waiting 15,000 miles to change oil. All right, so I like to do it in a gas truck, 500,000, 1,500. In this diesel, since it holds 15 quarts of oil, it has a little help there because it just has a lot more oil. Right now it's like at 1,500 miles. I drive a lot. I couldn't get it at 1,000. So I got 1,500 or 1,600 miles on it right now, so I'm doing my first oil change. It's less than 2,000. 1640. 1,640 miles on this. So it's getting its first oil change. Let's see how it looks. So these are the little tools I like to use. I like to use this little set. I got mine from Harbor Freight. I know they make it other places. And on my 7.3, because they put that without a filler neck, it's soaked in between the two ignition coils, couldn't use the thing. See, I'll be tilting from the front because there's not a lot of clearance right here. So 2.5 gallons, that's 10 quarts, and then I need 5 more quarts. So if they stayed true to conventional, this would be enough, just a 5 quart and 10 quart. But because they made it 4, I have to use this and a quart out of that one. It's crazy, I know. So let me get at it, guys. These are my weapons of choice. Mid-length little snap-on metric set. This snap-on swivel head ratchet. This OEM Tools has a stupid strong magnet. Drain plug pro, and a pair of oil filter pliers. That's what we're using to get the job done. And of course that big pan right there, so it can have enough capacity to catch the 15 quarts of oil. So let's look at the oil. I got the new oil in, and here's the old oil. First time I ever had a diesel engine. And what do I see? I don't see anything. No sparklies. How about that? I don't see any metal shavings. Well, I'll leave this oil in for the next 5,000 miles. That's the first time I ever had a new vehicle change the oil, and there's no sparklies in it. Never seen that before. I don't know. Maybe that's just common among diesels. I don't know. Maybe they're making these diesel engines better, tougher, harder materials. I don't know. Never had one before. If you do know, let me know in the comments if that is common or not. Yeah. Nothing. Nothing, guys. Nothing. Kind of mix it up a little bit by throwing the filter in there, and still nothing. Oil's clean. That's impressive. That is impressive. They must put a dye or something in it. I've heard other people say that the oil is green, and it most definitely, ignoring the pan, I'm looking at the oil. It reminds me of like that leak detection dye. But yeah, the oil is definitely green. I still didn't see anything in the pan after I emptied it out. I was looking to see if anything stuck on the bottom. I think those little specks are just some junk from those little red rags that I use to wipe it out. Pretty clean. Still don't see any stuff. There's a little bit of stuff in it. Like, I see a little, very small amount of sediments. Very little in the bottom of the pan. Very little. I'm super impressed with that. All right, let me go wash the truck now.